Hi, this is Thunder of Thunderquill Radio, and welcome to Radio Birds. This video is covering a pretty specific content, particularly as it pertains to U.S. broadcasters that have been using the site for Radionomy, which up until recently provided us with a format in which to create a free radio station. Radionomy has made the recent decision to no longer have activity in the United States, which basically translates into they are no longer covering the music licensing for U.S. broadcasters. Now, and of course, they are offering us an option. We can go to Shoutcast, which I'm going to give it a whirl. Actually, that's what this video is covering, is to transfer, and hopefully it will go okay. Let me see. Let's quick review. Now, for some of Radionomy users, you could be looking at problems in transferring your account due to password issues. And I actually had that problem myself because I actually signed in, I think, with my Google account, so I didn't actually have a password for Radionomy, and then I had difficulty finding the right place to change that password, but I did eventually find that out, and you can go here to do that. Okay, once you're on this page right here, it's your account profile. You mainly need to get to the password page, and right over here you'll see this link. If you registered with Facebook or Google, you can change your password on this page, and it'll take you to this page right here. And then you put in your necessary information, prove that you're not a robot, and once you go through their protocol for changing your password, or in this case acquiring one, you'll have all the information that you'll need for the transfer. Before all this news broke, I actually had only been with Radionomy for about a month, and I was getting ready to introduce my station, and then I got the news that they would no longer be supporting U.S. broadcasters, so I was like, oh crap. But this is pretty much the content I have to move over, which is not a lot, maybe 12 hours worth of music, and a lot of Radionomy users have a lot more to transfer than I do. Now, here's a little box of death, as I nicknamed it. As you can see, you might have problems on this page getting to the box, but I find if I go to this link here, I can get to it. There, and here's the migration available. Now, a lot of Canadian broadcasters have been concerned, but actually, if you don't have that yellow box, you have nothing to worry about. Your membership with Radionomy should still be free and clear. It's just U.S. broadcasters that should be getting that little yellow box of death. Now, this is a notification, of course, that pops up when you click that. One of the perks here is this link actually goes to this page right here, and it kind of takes you through their monetization program, where you can make revenue. Apparently you can make, unlike Radionomy, you might have the opportunity to make revenue right away, and I'll let you know how that goes. But if your total listening hours is around 1,000, you can expect to make $9. So let's say maybe you have more listening hours, $18 and so on. That's just an estimation. Then we go to this next page here, where they cover the additional perks. Now, if you're a Radionomy user and you're going through the transfer, you will get a membership free for 1 year. Normally, it's about $15 or $14.90 a month, and we should be able to do the migration in one click, in theory, which includes all of our credentials, our logo, our music, and apparently our URL. Now, I'm hoping it's the URL for this page, which is a kind of customized web page that Radionomy offered its users, and I set one up. But I have a feeling it's actually the URL for this page. But we'll find out when we go through the transfer, or if basically the page becomes defunct in a few days, which it might. And it is supposedly the URL mentioned in the producer's pack, which I did read, and it seemed to actually relate to the URL for the Radionomy site here. Okay, so actually, I'm going to take the nosedive, go through, and click all the fun stuff. And I basically only have one shot at this. So we'll see how it goes. I've hopefully got my password correct. I'm having to kind of stretch around. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. So the migration has begun. We'll see how it goes. I'm wondering if it's actually treating it like I already have an account with them. Well, wow, that happened quickly. Okay, I guess it's official. I am in with Radionomy. You won't probably be able to see this on images. I'm gonna go ahead and save this page. So that's the, oh wow. Settings. Planner. We'll just take a quick look around, see what's going on. Getting just this blank white page for now. Wow. Impressive. Okay. I actually thought the format would be radically different from Radionomy, but it looks very similar. We've got our clocks, day templates, planning. Oh, it's even doing my playlists and my files. Okay, looking good. Now the bummer about all this is most of this music I won't be able to use in a few days. I'm switching over to a royalty-free format because I can't really afford the music licensing right now, which is, as it turns out, quite costly. $500 a year for the U.S. alone. And when you're a small online radio station, that's really a huge chunk of change to have to part with. There we go. Well, it's official. It looks like I am set up at Shoutcast. A lot easier than I thought. I guess they're just... Wow. That went better. I figured since I was recording it, definitely something would go wrong. But it looks like we lucked out here. Looking good. And I will have to part with my music pretty soon. Well, so I hope this helps Radionomy users, particularly U.S. broadcasters affected by this situation, to helps them make the decision on whether they should go ahead with the move. I've run into broadcasters that have been with Radionomy for a really long time, 10 years plus, so it's the news came as a really jarring shock. and they're having to transfer over, literally thousands of songs, which apparently Shoutcast will support. And once the free year trial is over, they're offering memberships based on the listening hours that you have. So if you still are under a certain number of hours, you'll still get the $14.90 rate. If you go above that, and kind of in terms of the listening hours, it basically goes up and up from there. There's different classifications and memberships based on how many listening hours you have. Hopefully we'll do another video on that if I can kind of find out what the rates are going to be for that. I actually do recall that they were listed somewhere on the Radionomy forum, and maybe I can track those down for you for the next video. Well, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I can get this out there as soon as possible so people know what to expect, especially if they're last-minute transfers like myself, and they can find out that basically the layout's pretty much the same, it looks like. So, thank you for joining me for this, our first episode of Radio Birds. To all those other Radio Birds out there, thanks.